One can only hope, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like at long last, our prayers will be answered, and it is time to get into game. T1 versus Bleed here on Breeze to kick off VCT Pacific 2024.
And we haven't had a ton of time to, because we were so focused on Ye, talk about some of the other things going on. You know, Izu's Yoru, we touched on it a bit. He has played it a few times before. He is generally more of an initiator, but he's a really flexible player. He can play a lot of different roles. So I think Yoru suits him well. He's played it like 3 times before in the past, so this is something that isn't super uncomfortable for him as a player. Darion as well, playing on that harbor. That's really unusual for him.
Some change-ups coming through here as I spy a pause timer. We got 6 seconds away.
We almost made it.
They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. Later that he meant like the literal translation of Hyung.
Oh, he meant like his like friend. Oh, okay,
basically
okay.
He was just trying to say, oh yeah, my friend.
Yeah.
Because the literal translation of that word in Korean
like
goes to
guys.
brother. I was like, man, that's a hell of a relationship.
That's a great, great set of genes they got going on there. Whereas the Susanto brothers are actual brothers.
All right. Well, hopefully, no little debates from that timer. I have my eyes on you as it continues to tick down. 10 seconds.
Right here.
All that's separating us now from these barriers dropping and battle commencing. And it seems like things are finally going to be underway. So, ladies and gentlemen, please feast your eyes now on the pistol round. The barriers will drop. And T1 start inching their way forward. A triple push up through elbow for the moment, just waiting on the opposite side of the Viper wall.
Seems like they're going to be leaning in towards a mid to B push potentially, leaving Rossi sort of that anchor on the other side to watch for rotates. And here we go.
What's going on the jumps there? Pulls back behind the boxes. Trailblazer going out, looking on the hunt. Side player does get stunned up. Relay bolt going to be thrown in as well. Now X-Great going to be dazed. Gets taken down. Yay! Finding first blood here on the stage. Looks for a little bit more as he swings out. Side player able to take him down, but Darion and Egoist continue to hold the site. The flash is good. Saya dead. And now it's all on Rossi, who is lurking on the opposite side of the map, creeping his way through halls. But you can see it is being watched. Scary. Wise to it. Manages to shut him down. A team ace here for Bleed as they take the pistol round.
Yeah, really well set up for this push. Just completely surrounding this attempt. Reading it very nicely. No real ability for the side of T1 to get onto that site even. Completely smothered out of it. Not even sure if Izu got into his TP. He had set it up into the top left corner of the site, and it just fell apart before it even started, really. So good angles and everybody getting involved in the action.
All right, well, looks like we're gonna go straight back in here. I was enjoying the synthwave for a little moment there, but hey, look, it's our
it's the Outlaw.
Yeah, first sight to that one. Crazy guy able to find a kill. Off screen there, taking down Saya player who's deep at halls.
Of course, that is Rossi.
That is Rossi, yes, I was about to say. Due to some of the issues.
The legendary pack extra player has returned.
Yep.
The last time it was 002 when it was Jing.
Yep. Oh, man, the swing out and Crazy guy just instantly finding the shot. And this is the concern when you go into these eco rounds. Is somebody's got that Outlaw. That one-shot will kill. X-Grit now already tagged up. Puts a little bit of damage back here on towards Ye. They bolt to help try to slow him up. As Darion just holding off here at A main. Dark goes out, quick clear coming through. The walls go up. X-Grit tucked away, just lingering there on top of the box. Darion eventually able to find that kill before he can take any damage. Swings back out, catches Izu. Now is just looking for Carpe, who, yeah, just no hope in hell there. Just a classic in hand, can't find any damage dealt. Darion will pick up 3 to close out the second round.
Yeah, pretty clean there for the side of Bleed. And now things get interesting, especially with Ye there. Only taking a ghost into that round, saving a lot of extra money here for their bonus. And what's that going to look like? You can see Crazy Guy doing a great piece of work with that Outlaw. Expecting to see that in play, expecting to kind of keep those half armor metas in check potentially. A lot of ability for an agent like Sova to play off the Outlaw, because if you do some damage with those shock darts, or if you get a reveal, there's high penetration on the Outlaw, just like the Sheriff and some of the other guns, so you can really hit hard through walls potentially. There aren't as many opportunities on threes, obviously, but something to just keep in mind.
All right, well, now with the full buy coming through here. Scary already going to be tagged up as Egoist just lurking here in the back half wall. Swings onto the corner, managing to take one down before he falls. Gets rid of Carpe, but Saya player and Izu both get one apiece.
Spike
Scary now gone. Yay with the Guardian in hand could certainly deal some damage here. As the Yoru clone goes walking past. Excurate gonna hold a close angle, but one shot from the Guardian would do it, but Excurate just a little bit faster, managing to stay alive, gets the headshot. Yay gets taken down. Plays up against the wall. Push out though, the point blank. Crazy guy gonna need to use this one. Like a shotgun, pushes on the timing, managing to catch him with a bow in hand. Takes him down. Saya player strikes from behind to finish off Darian. As T1 will get themselves on the board in the third round.
Yeah, T1 opting to dial up a fast execute here, using those double walls of the toxic screen and the high tide to get into the site and then really isolate some good fights, swarm around their opponents, and then execute again. I talked about some things that he might have learned from his brother, using that cascade to set himself up for a nice opportunity. As soon as he hears that util being used, he just swings the corner. Or you can just hide there and wait and kind of hope that the player doesn't really check that angle fast enough. Give yourself a really good opportunity.
Well, I posed the question, and the answer has already arrived. Yay has an operator in hand, going into round 4.
While he was cutting funds.
And the timer stopped again.
Fake news.
Yay's hands, even though he's going to be playing the Neon.
Yeah.
And maybe he has an idea of specifically how he wants to play that on the defense as a Neon, but now I'm not sure what to think. Either way, early shock dart out and a snake bite over there at A main.
Well, I guess you've got some good escapes, right? You've got the relay bolt, you've got some walls.
Oh, you've got a jumping Carpe. The shot, the flick, not going to connect. TP forward here in the mid from Izu. He's hoping to clear out that drone. And I really like the scaling so far here from T1, but it's not exactly being matched anywhere else. You can see the double hang back here from Rossi and Carpe, anticipating maybe some forward presence coming out of halls rather than taking space over in A main.
And this is going to be tough for T1 because how quickly Neon can rotate around the map. It's going to be tough to keep track of that op. Crazy guy already taking down one.
Yeah, Rossi going to fall. Darian now snapping over, finds Excurate, finds Isu as well. The 2K for him. Crazy guy jumping back across. It's the spot on them. It's the spike now. Starts to get planted. But a 2v4. The odds very much stacked against them here. Saya player needs to open things up, but he misses his window of opportunity to find the headshot. Crazy guy stays alive and doesn't suffer any additional damage. They know that Saya is in a forward position. Can they catch him off guard? Dart out, finds one, spots the other. This guy's there, gets him before dashing away, challenges for the fight, but runs out of bullets. And now it is all on Carpe. The new IGL dodges away from the relay bolt. Yay swinging the corner. Carpe wants to take the fight, but now the snake bite going to be forcing him back on the other side of the pyramid. And Yay just continues to swing, gets the op shot. And Bleed will maintain the lead.
I mean, what a hold here earlier from Darian. Picking up those 3 kills is absolutely tremendous stuff. Not being just bothered at all by kind of transferring away from his usual role of duelist onto the harbor. Holding fast. And again, some of that information that Yay gets early, noticing some players into mid, rotating way around to the other side. They don't get any contact. They send a Hawk into mid as well. And that allows them to really get Darian prepared to say, hey, be ready for A, bro. They're not putting any other pressure on any part of the map. And he's able to handle it really nicely. Now, look, Saya answered, and you expect this out of Saya, a player of his caliber. Now he's got the Blade Storm in hand. Darian does have his ult as well. So now Darian is going to have to be really kind of kept track of here by T1 to make sure that they're not going to really have that be a problem. Izu, dimensional drifting.
On the hunt, but I mean, wisely, everybody from Bleed just very much pulling back away, and they know that there's going to be at least one on bridge, but otherwise he's seeing nothing at all. So it's just going to be maybe an attempt at a flood retake here from the side of Bleed, and maybe even quite literally because that Reckoning is available. There's the drone. Saya, needs somebody to clear that out, but knows that he's likely been spotted. Takes the full flash to the face, throws down that cloud burst, and now Reckoning going to be invested. Goes up over the top, and oh, he still comes away with one! What a shot there from Saya player, but the kill still being found here for Bleed. Moves away from the relay bolt, the rest of his team still falling down, takes that shot, gets the aim punch, and ends up falling. Now it's all on Rossi. Comes up with 2. Wolf thrown in, but Yay getting himself over. Just holding here on that spike, and as he jumps out of the poison orb, Scary, he's not able to adjust for him in time. Scary gets the kill, and Bleed now moves up 4-1.
Man, Darian is feeling it. He is so quick to react right now. This delay did not bother him in the slightest. He is really popping off. And I love the way that Bleed identifies their win conditions in this round. They say, look, we've got the Reckoning. If they hit the site fast, we're going to give them space for the Yoru ult as well, so it doesn't have any real benefit in this round other than it, you know, kind of lets T1, okay, no, there's an open site, but you're going to be able to use that Reckoning to get some information. You're quickly identifying Saya's position with that drone, playing off of it nicely.
Double sniper coming through. Again, that Outlaw here in hand, knowing that everybody on T1 is on that weaker buy. Crazy Guy just brings this one forward again. Yay, in the meantime, posted up, shifting his way in towards tunnel to peek into mid. The Saya player is trying to inch his way forward. Okay, well, it's not Crazy Guy or Saya coming up with the kill, but it's going to be Yay back on the opposite side. Izu taken down. It's a bit of that punching power, as well as the flashes now eliminated here from T1 in this thrifty attempt.
Carpe, one of his calling cards, definitely the Sheriff. Let's see if he can find some value in this round.
Oh, Saya spotting one for a moment, and it seems like he just takes the bait. Chasing in towards Crazy Guy while Yay has the covering fire. Beautifully rotated there from the side of Bleed. Scary, maybe an opportunity here for Excurate to get the jump on him. No reinforcements nearby, but now it seems like he might have sussed this out, and he has.
Toxins going up.
Scary's reads is continuing to be absolutely excellent.
Toxin screen down.
As usual.
Anticipating this presence here in the sights. Carpe again with that Sheriff. Can he get himself on the board? Needs that first kill, but Scary swinging the corner, takes a bit of damage. Not going to be able to find the kill, the jump up. Well, he will be able to find that. It's the setup here. As that spike plant can come through, but a 1v4. An ace clutch needed to try to close out this round and stem the bleeding here.
One away from the pit, potentially, if things go really well for Rossi.
He'll be on top of him way too quick.
I don't think he'll get a chance to use it, no. But
anyway, should have it. We'll have it going into the next round regardless of what occurs here, but just watching to see if he's going to be flooded from that back side. Swinging out, takes a couple shots now. They all know exactly where he is. Challenge taken. And matched. Egoist able to find the kill. It's just going to be Scary getting taken down. Cash aplenty here for the side of Bleed overall, as they will now move up 5-1.
Yeah, it's looking really clean here from Bleed to start. Everything you would want and hope for as a Bleed fan. I mean, Yay, even though he's on an agent that you don't really get to see him on very much, he's having no problems. He's doing exactly what you would expect from him. A great angle to hold there. Saya had been noted earlier down that hall, kind of expecting the push and setting up for the bait and switch. And Scary gets one. Rossi's had a couple good kills late in the rounds, but it's usually when he's in very difficult situations. So good on him to find value where he can. But now you've got a lot of big ults coming into this, and I like this timeout for T1, for real this time, because they have 3 ults online, right? They've got the Reckoning, they've got the Viper's Pit, they've got the Hunter's Fury. So this is going to be a round that you really want to make sure that you win. This is like where your ult rotations are really coming into play. And so you cannot afford, with the way that this match has gone so far, to fumble this round.
No, certainly not. I mean, this could be a bit of a breaking point here for them. Because obviously, you know, with some of the updates of Breeze, it's going to take some time. We need to get some more eyes on this map to see which way it's overall going to stray, whether it's going to be that defender side or the attacker side. But historically, we have seen a lot of attacker presence and a lot more dominance on that side of the map. So I'm curious because, you know, starting things off, only having that singular round to your name at the moment, if you can't close this one out with 3 ults to try and utilize, that could very well be spelling disaster here for T1 for the rest of this map.
And with double duelist in play as well.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, Izu's 1-6-2 at the moment.
Yep.
That impact has not been found, and you know, Carpe as well, lingering down there at the bottom of the standings. Saya player can look to try to turn the tides here as the operator does come through.
Now they're expecting maybe Bleed to try to change the tempo, change the pace off the back of that timeout. Not going to come through. Enemies start making their way in. Carpe is going to find a spot, using that high tide to cut off the front side of Pyramid there. Saya making sure as best as he can that those angles towards the right-hand side of that Pyramid are clear. TP in. And Izu is going to take some space.
Checking out right here near the front. Flash going out. See the double turn away there, but now the reveal coming through, the spray, but not going to be able to find the kill. Pit now going to be invested here. As Rossi tries to make this a bit more unassailable, and the Reckoning as well is going to be invested. Send out the fake out, but Izu, actually, Scary manages to find the real thing. Takes him down. First blood of the round here for Bleed. As that gives him significantly better odds being able to push up in towards this pit. Fury now coming through. Side play able to find one. Yay. Just sprinting across. This crazy guy comes up with a second. Rossi and Carpe both taken down. Execute now, the last one standing, and crazy guy gets the 3K. Only one player lost, Darian, the casualty, as it's such a heavy investment from T1, but they still can't come up with the goods.
And it just seems that in some ways, straight up, they're losing their duel battles as T1. They have some decent executes here. They're doing the right things in terms of getting the plant down when they can, but it's these post-plant scenarios that are very, very challenging. The timing there for Izu is the wall going down. Scary ready for it, able to best him, and that is unreal from Crazy Guy. Oh, and he gets another tag even.
Had him on the reveal, just knows exactly where Execute is. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the Beast from the East, a title given to him long ago, and continues to have relevance to this day.
Don't get in my way.
As the pit now coming through from Scary, just looking to cut off his A site, and I mean, what a read. They still could very well overwhelm this Viper, but you see Scary really looking to back off of this one. Here's that drone coming through. Will played back, assessing that is going to be a fake out. Sends out another bite before you're trying to make his exit. Gets tagged down, 36 HP. He still manages to slink away, but the pit will fall.
Yeah, good read here from T1 on the positioning of Scary. The utility kind of giving it away. And Scary pays the price a bit, and he has to lose that pit as well. So, yes, he bought some time, and you gave a really good read here for Bleed on where this execute is going to happen. So they're able to shift Crazy Guy over to help out.
They are, and now the call's coming through for the other two players to start working their way across. Scary just going for the spam. Izu going to be revealed there, but not in a position where he can be punished. He sends out the pop flash, pushes up, managing to finish the job there on a Scary, but Crazy Guy still standing his ground. Takes some damage, but gets the kill on the Izu. Now Ye going to fall. Execute finding one, finding two. Great snappy shots coming through from him. Crazy Guy will be able to shut down that. Bit of a run back there. Ego is now in a 1v2 scenario versus Rossi and Saya player, and as he swings out, Saya sat between the pyramids, I should say, manages to finish him off, and T1 will be able to get themselves a second round win.
Yeah, T1 here finally able to find some of their firepower as Execurate coming alive, finding 2 big kills in that round. But in general, I really like, I mean, it's great pop flash, but I really like the way that Bleed is working and reading the map. They're using this double initiator to really get the information that they need onto where T1 isn't. Like a lot of times, like you think about, okay, the Hawk catches somebody and it makes that noise, or you get a spot with the Dart or something like that from Sova. But sometimes when you're not getting information, right, like you're not getting any pings in mid and stuff like that. And now look at this, they're getting a little bit aggressive with their space. Scary is starting to push elbow, and T1 completely shifted over towards A side. Gonna make yet another go with this dimensional drift to try to clear space. Darian trying to get the heck out of there, but he's spotted.
The ping coming down, chasing him. Carpe perfectly lining him up, not allowing for Darian to get the jukes out. Ye up on top of bridge. Ooh, spots him for a moment. Still gets a shot, drops down off the top. And Side player not in a position that he can chase. Dart comes in, the swing out. Ye, knowing that this is some forward presence, decides to back off. Throws out that relay as well. Cloudburst not going wide enough, so Side player cannot fake. And he's actually swung out. Oh, the shot, that snap was nearly there from Ye, but Saya managing to strike. Jump peek, the shot connecting. Scary. Likely going to be forced back here as the save call could come through. Should come through, you would expect.
Oh, egoist.
He's waiting. I mean, any damage that he can deal is still going to be good, but
Rossi
managing kind of scoot back away from that one. Now the reinforcement swing coming in from Scary. In position to try to get the spawners. They double face in. Scary able to find one. Can he do more damage? Look at Rossi. Can't manage to make it happen. 2 players lost, so still some economic damage dealt here from Bleed, but T1 starting to rally back just a bit.
Yeah, and Execurate getting really vocal here, trying to get his team into the thing mentally, and a great read by Rossi there at the end of the round to not get punished by that off angle being
it all
held
starts
by
with
Egoist.
this setup, though.
This is just a great setup, using that dimensional drift to ping down your opponent. So right, like maybe if you're somewhat new to Valorant, you don't exactly understand how this works. So when you're in the dimensional drift, you can't be seen. You're invisible.
You're a ghost.
You can be kind of hurt if you get close enough to somebody, right? But like, essentially, you can spot somebody out, ping it out for your teammates. So a lot of times you see this like somebody getting into a Viper's pit and find the Viper. Oh, Saya, nice shot, shot Crazy out of this round, but just a ping to set up the Hunter's Fury.
Okay, well here's that aggression from the Neon. Ye pushing forward. Leave out through elbow. Manages to collapse on top of Execurate, so takes him down. That's going to send everybody here from T1 over towards this A site. Scary still just sat in back, and see the rotations very heavily coming through. Rossi on this forward lurk. We hear that rotation moving forward is okay. That's going to be the flash taken care of. And Scary, I don't think he was ready for that wall to go pushing that far forward. Izu managing to find two. It's him and Gary on the jump now through the wall. Yay! Struck down by Carpe, and that leaves Egoist all on his lonesome.
I like
this
the
just
attempt.
became madness.
Yeah, this has been a really scrappy map.
Egoist not sure which way to look. Still manages to readjust, taking down Rossi. And as he pushes outside player, boosted up on top, up in hand, we'll be able to take him down. Again, not clean rounds here for T1, but they're clawing it back. 3 rounds consecutively, putting them just 2 away from tying things up at the half.
Yeah, it's just a really good hold from T1 in their post plant, not really giving up too much space. Izu here in particular finds a beautiful timing on that fake out. Scary shoots at it, reveals his position, and that really makes it easier for Izu to line up his shots, have his crosshairs where they need to be. Saya player, I know we've been talking a lot about Ye and his op, but Saya player, guys, is a tremendous operator player as well. Has a Blade Storm, so he's going to pass the op over to none other than X-Curate.
Quick flash out, and looks like basically for the second time so far in the map, T1 have their eyes set over on this B side. The rotation call already coming through here from Bleed. You can see it's just a full send to try and reinforce this position. A Saya player boosted up on top, watching the jump down, and somehow Izu comes away with that one. 20 HP remaining, but he takes out Egoist. Now it's going to be a full approach here from that defender's side. Fast lane sent up, relay bolt. Not going to connect. Saya can maintain the high ground, but that flash definitely messed with him here. It's Carpe falling. Attention was split. Manages to get taken down. Side player finding one, dropping down. Keeps himself safe for the time being. Yay, though, putting the stinger to good use. Now sends out the lightning fingers, but Saya replies with a swift headshot. Taking him down, the wraparound from Izu. Comes up with a final 2, a 3K overall for him in the round, and T1 are rescuing this half.
Not a bad attempt here from Bleed on their eco. Getting Carpe completely isolated between some of those smokes where he just is in a tricky spot where he's got a couple players looking around that he has to look for and gets taken down. What a play by Izu here.
No barely to get that kill.
Just barely. But then he's able to then find a great timing to swing around the back of the pillar, get a couple big kills. But Saya being able to play a little bit of Overwatch, get a lot of information from on top of that post he's got. Now, operator in hand, gonna duel Ye.
I'm sure that was an intentional pun, but relay bolt not coming through. There's a slide forward. Izu again, though, trying to hold them back. Yet again, dimensional drift online, spotting out Scary, but Scary, he's found Rossi, takes him down. We're into a 3v3. The push out, gets the headshot. Izu fighting on for the ace. Can he get it? Yes, he can. A bit of a rough start, but a rock usually results in it crashing down.
Yeah, they're more like glide, like straight glide. Yeah, that's
exactly.
True, that's true. You got a good point.
But either way, it seems like everything is taken care of. So let's get back to the action. Second half here of map number 1, 6-6 the score line is T1 now going on the defense, and look at the stack here at A main.
Well, this is gonna get intense pretty quick, it looks like. I mean, this has been such a fast-paced map so far.
Yeah, just backpedaling, getting himself here up alongside the rocks. Flash going through. Just back here for a brief little moment. X-Gear gonna find that first blood, but Ego is quick to trade one back, but Carpe now claims him, as things will get evened up a bit. Carpe coming away with the second kill. The push coming through. Ye catching him with util in hand. Not gonna take any damage from the shock dart either. And as Bleed will be able to make their way now onto the site. 2 ghosts versus Saya with a Sheriff, Rossi with a classic. He's got 1 snake bite to play with as he taps the door here in Halls. Sends the bite out, but Ye and Darian both taking backside positions here. As, it's just some ring around the rosy. Ye expecting him to still be up towards door. Rossi swinging back now under bridge. Either way, neither of them going to be catching the other.
Oh, I think Sai
picks him out of place. Spotted him. 2 shots in. As he swings back out. Darian ready. Has the lineup. There's the jump out. The kill not going to be found. Still, however, Rossi gets the jump. The HP so very low here from Ye. He's got the ghost if he can get the headshots. Perhaps he can get done as he's going to come swinging down around. The hold to half. Stone Cold here from the side of Rossi. Taps back on. The swing out, and Ye wins the fight.
And just a little smirk from Ye there. The shake of the head. I mean, another valiant attempt here from Rossi for T1. And I love the way that Ye plays the beginning of this round. Completely anti-flash. Has his back turned the whole way they're walking through. So that way, you know, if Izu tries another pop flash around that corner, it's not going to affect him as much. Or if there's a flash needed from Egoist to try to bail them out, it's not going to affect him as much. So nice little set play here from Bleed off the rip, and it was bloody in the beginning, but Bleed definitely able to come through, and now they're going to maybe turn up the tempo or just play for Orb.
Well, it's both pistols so far going into the hands of Bleed. Excurate backing away from that forward position. Relay Bolt more than enough to try to scare him off. As Saya player all the way up here, just on top of Hatch. Or drop, whatever you want to call it.
A couple Sheriffs invested for T1. No Ghost this time. It's a Stinger in hand for Ye on the follow-up, so maybe not going to be going for that early op. Got a spot, couldn't find the shot.
Had the Stinger in hand, so even if he had some damage, it wasn't going to be anything too significant there. As he really wants to try to flush him out of this position, and he will be able to do. Saya player in the meantime, that deep lurk, Red taken out, Scary with the Guardian able to find one. As Ye with a Ghost comes up with 3. And that now leaves Izu on his lonesome, but not for very long. A quick snappy shot from Scary to finish the job, and once again, it's going to be Bleed closing out a pistol, closing out that anti-eco, but this time flawlessly.
Yeah, good news if you're a Bleed fan. Looking really good on these pistols so far. Follow-ups, very strong as well. And yeah, he comes out with a Stinger, but still had the Ghost in the back pocket there for Ye, putting it to good work. He's able to carry that over from the previous round. So clean, man. Just great stuff from him. So prepared for that bridge push. Crosshair was right where it needed to be. And that is fully what you expect out of a player of his caliber. A lot of space being pushed for. Orb grabbed. Izu setting up for potential pop flash. Can't really budge.
Oh!
What in the world?
It seemed like Ye was going to be the hell out of there, but no. Just a pixel away from avoiding that headshot. Izu able to take him down, blind through the wall. That's a fantastic setup here for them.
And that's a nice play from Izu, because he knows that if they're in there, they're going to be backing up. Ooh, Crazy Guys took a ton of damage.
Yeah, counter spray right to the corner, but that's going to be, well, he taken down, not ready for Darian to be that far forward. Izu now tucked away. He sees the orb. He knows that Harper is going to be behind him, but wants to try to catch the push out here. Playing it patiently. Oh my goodness. Finds one, swings out, can't quite get the jump. Darian avoiding that dart. Actually, might have been Crazy Guys. It was Crazy Guys, actually. And Darian now going to be taken down from that backside position. It's all on Crazy. It's just an Ares in hand. He'll be able to find one. Saya dead, but the defuse is being held, so his consolation prize is just going to be a rifle. Picks that one up. Keep his life intact. Avoiding being hunted. His T1 will be able to close out the bonus.
I just love these little tech plays that you're seeing from Izu with his flashes. And this time around, it's Excurate setting him up with the Cascade. And then he bounces one over the top. And his whole play here is just, look, this either hits someone or it doesn't. Doesn't matter. If it hits them, they're going to be backing up. And I'm going to hold the angle for the retreat and just spam it down and hope I get a kill. And he does. It's a really cute little play. Pretty sure Darian got heard back there by Izu. Was able to call that out for Excurate for the bailout. But nice patience there from Izu, really having a nice map for himself right now after a rough start. And it's going to be on their heels a bit is T1. Carpe, current IGL for T1, trying to lead the way with Seekers, most of them getting cleared out.
Double spray across, but Ye still able to avoid all those shots. Actually swinging on the corner, does get a couple bullets there on towards Carpe, who's trying to swing aggressively and try to catch that spike planter. Unable to find it, however. Wall now going up. Excurate just trying to really isolate this spike. Ye narrowly avoiding those shots. Shock dart goes in, does weaken him. He's able to find one, but Darian takes down Carpe. So far the 1-for-1. Another wall coming through. Excurate pushing them back. Cove comes down. Side player looking to protect in case the aggressive push comes in. Cove now going to be broken. The spray down comes in. Rossi going to be taken out. Izu sending out the pop flash. Pushes in, but Eco is managing to take him down. The lineup is there. Excurate and Side player both finding the kills. You know, it all comes down to Scary. The bite comes in. Saya player dead. Excurate and Scary in the 1v1. It was held to half. He's waiting for the push forward, but Scary draws down the weapon, gets the clutch once more.
It's everything you could want from Scary. This guy is so smart, so disciplined. If you didn't know his name before, you will by the end of this year, I guarantee it. The guy is just an absolute monster. So well positioned there. Nobody, and he knows it, to really mess with him on the Snakebite lineup. and he can launch one and then start making his way in to make sure that, especially with the clock ticking down, that there's no real hope. What a bounce in, and then just finish the job. And there is few players in Pacific who are going to be as clutch as Scary. The guy eats, sleeps, and breathes clutches.
I mean, yeah.
Go, go, go.
The conversation around best controller player in Pacific just becomes so much more complicated
It does.
this year. As Scary, speak of the devil. Well, not that devil, the other devil.
He really, yeah.
Fine Saya.
He really made you look good there, man.
It's just he has such a great sense of understanding what his opponents want to do,
Yeah.
and understanding their tendencies.
Yep.
Saya loves to go for these excursions down hall to try to get some backstab opportunity, and he just continues to read it like a book. I think it's the second time he's killed him in this position.
And he understands timing so well. He really has a good feel for the flow of the game, especially post-plant, but you're right here. Oh, X-Curate actually wins that.
Okay. Comes away with one. I think it was thinking about sending the flash, and he's expecting him to still be up top. It's Carpe. Comes up with two, and suddenly there's a man advantage for T1. Rossi still with a classic in hand. They can recover one of these weapons, which they will need to do quickly as the time is dwindling. Yay, with a bit of a fadeaway and X-Curate on no HP. Will get dropped with relative ease. Izu now with just that Sheriff in hand. See if he can deal some additional damage here, but the round wildly has gotten away from them. What is that shot?
Whoa!
I don't care that they lost the round.
Whoa!
That was so crisp, so nasty from Izu. Good God.
That is filthy.
I mean, what a topper to to lose a round on. That was just gorgeous from him, but the round still goes the way it bleed. Stretching away from T1 even more.
Play from Carpe here, doing some pretty big damage with a couple big kills. Great job by Ye there, though, to identify with the gun down on the ground, making sure that T1 has no hope of recovering it, not allowing them to really do any more damage. Goodness, though, Izu. He is, after 0-6 to start,
Oh, yeah.
he has come the heck online.
I mean, he was down to the dumps, and now he is living the high life. But can he go big enough once again to try to get them back into this one? The run back in the first half was very solid from the side of T1, but they're in very dangerous territory as Bleed find themselves in double digits. It's only been that bonus round so far in this second half that we've seen for T1.
Let's see how this is going to look afterwards. I mean, it seems like there's some good trades here and there, but some of these early positions getting red. Again, the first kills, it seems like when Bleed gets that first kill, things really seem to swing in their favor. Both teams with a bunch of big ults. Scary with the pit. Ye's got the lightning fingers. Darion with the reckoning. Izu with the dimensional drift. X-Curate with his own reckoning. Again, let's see if we see that combo again with the dimensional drift and the Hunter's Fury with Izu and Carpe. Kind of got my eyes on him, and they're looking for contact out of B.
Works a hell of a lot different on that defender side, though. As Reckoning first going to be invested here from Bleed's side. Darian's looking to clear the site, and clear it he has. Now that the rotations come through, T1 could try to utilize that Yorosova combo here in this retake. As there you go, Mask goes on. Pit, however, now going to be coming down. As Saya player, this time he's the one catching the rotation. Crazy guy going to be taken out. Hunter's Fury crashing across. Yay, up the box, and Saya not being communicated to. Ends up getting taken down. Able to come away with that one. Carpe down Darian with that Hunter's Fury, and then Carpe gets the headshot to finish him off. X-Curate trying to hold down that spike to half. Ends up falling. Scary again, finding a kill with the snake bite. Flash in, spray across. Izu strays right into it. He falls down as Carpe is trying to get them over the line. And with the 4K, has he managed to make it happen? The time it's going to be so very close here, but should just about, yeah, they have it with a couple seconds to spare, in fact. 1.7. I can do math. We round up the two.
You were close
That's
enough.
a couple.
Yeah, I'll give you
Either
it.
way, T1, they finally managed to get themselves back into this one just a bit, but it took such heroics from Carpe.
It did, and oh, he gets 2 on that tag. Absolute insane stuff. I mean, again, I talked about it earlier. We've seen a couple different ways that dimensional drift is utilized by T1, and this time around is to clear the pit. And it was something I mentioned very, very briefly earlier on, that it's a really good ult to do that because there's no real recourse that you have as the opponent to giving away the information, the positioning of that Viper to either force them out or find a kill. And in this case, they're able to at least gain the space. They don't deal with Scary. He's going to pop the lightning fingers.
I've got your trail.
Drive out, Ye on the hunt, swings the corner, headshot through, and Ye comes up with 2. Excurate and Rossi absolutely broken down in a matter of seconds. This crazy guy as well, just layering in that Hunter's Fury. And I mean, at this point, it's T1. Side player, no money. Yes, he does have the Blade Storm, but you have to call that you just back off. You have to allow for Bleed to just move up to 11 because there's just no hope in hell.
And all it takes, you know, Ye is that caliber of player where he can just take over a round, get a big multi-kill, and it's done. And as an opponent, you have no other choice but to sit back and, you know, let things play out. And the good news here for T1 is they're going to be able to pass the rifle over. I think they're going to be able to buy plus, yeah, for sure, plus the Blade Storm for Saya. So they'll have essentially a full round. Just Saya won't be able to probably carry over a assault rifle into it, but I mean, it's just crazy. And again, headshots do matter, right, with the overdrive. That is something that they changed a while ago. And Ye just hits one right out the gate onto Excurate. Makes quick work of him, finds the follow-up. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, I mean, the round was over within seconds. And as you mentioned, Saya player not going to be having any rifle coming into this round. Does have the blades. That and then Reckoning, both available to them. See if both of those ults are going to come into play, but for now it looks like Saya off the rip is going to go pushing forward.
Well, this round has to work.
Just way into mid, Flash coming out, but this leaves Rossi all on his lonesome to try to hold down B, and as the flood comes in, he has to pull back, so Bleed will be able to take the site. See what kind of post-plant situation they can set up for themselves, as you spot Scary lurking very far back near Record Shop.
Well, at the very least for Bleed, this is a great call from Crazy Guy to recognize the weakness in T1's formation. Find them leaning towards A. They're able to exploit it. Yeah, Ye's going to take a little bit of damage.
Fight to force them back. Reckoning coming through. Ye avoiding that pop flash, managing to find the kill. Swing out of the corner. Can't find anything more, though. His Carpet will get one, but Darian strikes back with 2 of his own. Saya and Rossi, the last 2 standing. Rossi managing to out-duel, takes out. Egoist and Darian just continues to swing out with 33 HP. Somehow keeps him alive in this. Tap onto the spike. The shot's coming through. The snake bite thrown down. Scary, able to find one. He knows that time is on his side. He knows that he has not held this to happen. Saya player gets the headshot, but I just don't think he's got it. Ticking away. Oh, finish. No. 0.05. Saya player saves the round.
Oh, Scary.
Absolutely unbelievable from Saya.
I mean, he's been so good in these situations so many times, and Scary just peaks literally 0.05 seconds too soon, and Saya punishes him instantly with the Blade Storm. I mean, what tremendous poise from Saya player.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I turned up my game sound because I thought that one was done. Listen, surely there's no way. As Rossi now just sending the pit here to try to make B unassailable, and it seems like it might have worked. His quick check over towards elbow. And a fairly swift drift away here from Bleed as they start working their way maybe towards other sides of the map, but maybe it's just a fake back here.
Yeah, and Crazy Guy with an Odin. A lot of spammable walls on the B side, hoping to maybe exploit that a little bit in this situation. Instead, it's going to be T1 thwarting the attempt. And you do have a lot of presence here in mid for T1. Try to cut off these rotations, especially with this high tide here.
There.
Or excuse me, the Cascade. You got to start wondering.
Right here.
This double push-up actually through Hall.
Take flight.
Which the drone will be able to check for. Oh, no. He turns it back down, and they don't shoot at it. They're just waiting patiently here. Can they get the jump on him? The slow creep down, but see the fade away there. This Crazy Guy starts working his way. The opposite direction. Time player now trying to hold down tunnel. Finds Ye. Pushes up. Gets himself aligned here alongside the box. Everything just pushing past him. His vision completely obscured. There's a strike from behind. Izu and Excurate make their presence known. As Egoist and Crazy Guy caught off guard. Now falls to Scary and Darian to try to get Bleed up to map point. They find themselves in a 2v5. Scary, he's broken through Positions like this before. Scoped in. The ADS, he sets up for some damage, but he can't confirm the kill, so Rossi still lives. TP going across, Izu on one side of the pillar. Scary again, noted, forced back, but Darian comes up with two. Side player and Carpe both falling. Extrit managing to find the kill. The push forward, Scary not ready for Izu to be on the left-hand side. As T1 this time not quite as close, will be able to get the defuse. And they keep themselves alive as they also reach double digits.
Really like the setup here from T1 and from Rossi on the B site. Again, talked about how it was nice. A couple rounds ago, Crazy Guy kind of had a good read on where he could find some weaknesses in the formation that T1 was going to be setting up. Again, they've been hitting A so many times, you know, expecting that lean in that direction. This time around, expecting the B hit potentially again, and Rossi able to thwart it. And he's also got his Poison Cloud set up on the box to keep Saya safe to cover that angle as well. So it's really well thought out, kind of multiple layers here for T1 to make the B site unassailable, to throw the round into chaos for Bleed, throw their plan A out the door, have to dig deep.
There's the Reckoning, there's the fast lane, the push-up getting ready to come through, and Saya plays forward, catches Ye with that vulnerability. Does get revealed, backs off, just trying to avoid these Reckoning pulses for now. That is one hell of a way to shut down the push. I know that they're on a weaker buy. Now that they're down their entry, this makes things significantly more difficult here for Bleed.
You can see now they're pumping the brakes, just looking to see if maybe T1 will get aggressive again. It's got to be in the back of their minds what happened in the previous round where they started pushing space and it cost Bleed dearly. And they're really trying to wait for this opportunity, see if they can spot someone over peaking.
Drone going forward, Rossi on the drop down. He's got that vulnerability, and the snake bite takes out Darian, and now the spike is stranded here within the site. Crazy Guy with that Ares needs to put it to serious work if they want to even do damage here in this round, let alone win it. Spray's coming through, not going to be finding too much of anything.
30
Tries to go for the orb, will be able to take that one for himself, but here comes X-Great once again with the backstab. And yep, the swing out. Okay, it's a little bit whippy. Didn't go for the calm play. Didn't check both sides before firing. It still gets one. Will be the casualty there for T1. But they keep pushing forward.
And X-Curate so vocal there. Really has been all day here today. Trying to keep T1 in this, and he's been able to bounce it. It seems like with that fire, that passion, and his timing and his presence, able to turn some big rounds around for T1. This time around, I mean, Bleed was more or less dead to rights, but still, it's going to be in Bleed's mind that you have to be watching the backside of this map. That this is something that now T1 has been creating, and T1 did a great job there anticipating the push from Ye, playing anti-flash again, so there was really nothing Ye could do. So he has to run into that site backwards.
Ooh. They end up going over here towards B. That is Rossi all on his lonesome. The TP is set up for Mizu to quickly jump across the map. For now, the drone moving forward will be noted there by Saya player. As nothing is spotted, and Carpe wants to try to reinforce this side of the map just a little bit more. Works his way up here in towards Nest. But a peek out could still be very deadly for him. Seems like Bleed, though, assessing that they want to work their way back over here towards A, where it's still going to be 4 players from T1 waiting to greet them.
You can see they're pinging it because they don't have a lot of information. And
I know Saya players in there.
Yeah, you got to expect that. They've tried it before. Scary's been good to cut it off, and he's going to continue to be on that roll, potentially of watching that haul. Execute comes through.
The Trailblazer and that shot, the recon coming out. Izu going to be taken down. Ye again trying to bounce his way forward, ends up falling. Extra coming up with a kill. Cove thrown down. Has to go for the reload. Starts pushing forward. It's Carpe. Lines up the shock dart, takes out Egoist. The man advantage now going to be there for the side of T1. Answering dart comes through. A smattering of damage going to be found. A Saya player continues to creep up, waiting for his moment to try to backstab, but they know that they've interrupted this spike plant. Now they all start working their way out onto the site. Darian able to find one, Carpe finding the other. The time dwindling. A Saya player ready to strike, and strike he does. Stops him from planting, gets the kill, and suddenly T1 are in the lead.
Tremendous patience here from Saya. Great communication for T1. Waiting until the absolute last possible minute. The whole time during the post plant, my eyes were firmly placed on some of this great utility from Carpe, but also I was watching Scary to see where he was looking, to keep track of the angles that he's watching, because I'm so keen to see if he is going to be able to catch Saya slipping just a little bit too soon, but Saya never gives him the opportunity. It has to be a full-on reinforce onto the site. T1 calling that out gives the perfect opportunity for Saya to come in and finish the job.
Okay, well this time it was a total shift from the side of T1. The read set up for that B site. Excurate, Rossi, again, the two players hovering around A with Carpe quick on the rotation over here. Bleed, they start taking the site. Hunter's Fury going out, looking for the tags. Crazy guy trying to hound him down, but only gets the one there onto Excurate. He survives, and that means that he is still going to have that ultimate in his back pocket. So Reckoning can be invested here for the retake.
Darian spotted out by the Pyramids. Scary still trying to lock this haul down, making things difficult for T1.
The Reckoning invested. Scary pulling back, it would seem, as Darian able to find Rossi. Shot coming through, avoids that damage. Chunk down to 45, so the shock dart will take him down to 5.
Oh, Izu on the backstab.
Saya player crept up into the corner. You can see Darian a bit wary of this. Can he get the shot? Can he outsnipe? Izu swinging the corner, can't quite pick his target. Puts some damage down, but doesn't get the kill. Saya will be able to find Darian, but the time again ticking, dwindling away. And it seems like Bleed are not done yet. They will not allow for T1 to take this map away from them. The spike will erupt, and we will go into overtime.
What an incredible map. What a way to kick off VCT Pacific. Right into an overtime. And finally, Bleed is able to get a round in after it seemed like T1 had maybe finally found their footing. Take some big ultimates, take some good positioning here. And Izu there just kind of gets, you know, in that spot where you see so many targets and you think, oh, I've got the multi-kill of the century lined up in front of me.
You're a puppy in a pet store. And there's just toys everywhere.
It's like me when I see a giant tub of Legos. I'm just like, oh, yes, let's go. We're going to the moon today. But it's a tough spot there. I mean, I like what T1 does, but again, Bleed eventually there in that last round has enough presence of mind to...
Guess what time it is?
No, I don't want to. You can't make me.
I think at this point...
Down, you're walking home.
All right, well, the timer is ticking as we, at long last, get ready to go into this overtime. Bleed versus T1. Let's see who can get that first win, get one step closer to closing out this map. It's T1, once again, back here on the attack.
Mostly Vandals, a few Phantoms floating around, nobody trying the glass cannon. Kind of seeing if maybe Ye would slip that in here as they're on the defender side. But instead, it's going to be him and Darian who have been just tremendous on this A site. Trying to lock it down. Carpe waiting for the utility. Looks like kind of a set execute here for the door switch for T1.
Seeing a Halls push at all. A side player getting tagged up, dashes in towards Izu. Stays alive, but dangerously low on HP, and they do not have that Sky to try to get the heals. Ye now going to be taking down Izu. Relay Bolt not finding much of anything here, but Saya player needing to find some value to try to keep them in this round, because this has completely disrupted the push. Ye suspecting it, swings the corner, does take a shot, takes another one there. And so you see Carpe pushing his way up here towards Pyramid. As, okay, great shot from Rossi, will be able to find. Ego is taking him down, Crazy Guy dying at the same time as the bridge arrives, and now Carpe knows that he needs a strike! Found one. Rossi getting the other spike already planted. Back Pyramid, Scary. Holding on to this one. Can he clutch it out again? The bite not connecting!
Oh no!
Do they realize this? They go swooping through! Scary finding one. 15 HP. Vulnerable needs the headshot. Can he get it? Scary! He does it again!
He's magic, Achilleos! Time and time again, and he's gonna dab for us. Just unbelievable. Clutch is in his genes. It is his opponents who are scared of him, no doubt about it. Just phenomenal work. And just a little bit off on that bite was Rossi. Had that landed, it's probably a different round at the end. But that first one.
That bite at the end of it all
Right here.
could be what ends up costing T1 after all this time for being able to take this map
Right
away. Bleed's map pick as a
here.
reminder. And now Bleed map point in their hands to see the closest one out. Saya player does go for the glass cannon. He's not positioned anywhere towards this B site, however, but he manages to find Scary, punishing him for the clutch of the last round. Comes up with one as the rest of Bleed make their way in towards this B site with Ye approaching through the tunnel. Yeah,
they're going to have to play for retake now as T1, but a man up. Let's see if they can identify Ye. He's only going to get a smidge of damage.
This way.
Relay Bolt, very wise to the position there, the possibility that somebody could be lurking in nest. Ye, is he going to go pushing forward? Yes, he does. He goes on the corner, but he does not see Rossi. Manages to take him down, spawns another one, putting those shots through, but Crazy Guy will be able to strike him down. Decent bit of damage going to be dealt with. Crazy Guy comes up with another one. Now Egoist swinging out around the wall. Takes out Izu. But now he's the last one standing. And it is not going to be the easy, the clean 2-0 in OT to take the map. T1 will keep it neck and neck.
Yeah, it's good stuff here from T1 in that not only do you get a pick early with the operator, but it's on to Scary, and you expect that Viper to be the player that's lurking around, so that opens up things to give you a little more time to make the decision to go for the full commit to the retake, to not play necessarily on site to defend against this big util dump that's going to be coming from the side of Bleed. X-Curate is just so good.
Very nice 2 kills to round things out. And now we get off the op.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see where the challenge is going to be poised. It looks like it's going to be right here into A main. Saya player posted up here as well. Waiting to see if anybody's going to show a single pixel out of line. Does he just try peek this, or is it going to be escorted with some form of util? Izu right there has the flashes available, but it's going to be the drone first and foremost as Ye will get revealed. Tucks back and maybe even keeps the operator obscured, but it seems like T1 likely have a decent idea that it's going to be in his hands.
And you've at least bought yourself a little bit of more space to get this angle. Carpe is to make Ye pay.
Saya swinging out, catches Crazy Guy over on stairs. Now they know Darion, his position, he is going to be revealed. Managing to find one, takes out the op, the flash going through, the fake out's there, and Izu will be able to find the kill. A 4v2, Scary. His way out, spot does come in, but Izu takes the TP out to safety. Pop flash in, not going to find anything. The Cove obfuscating their escape. Scary will be able to find one. Carpe going to be taken down. Still so much more work to be done.
Scary's still in the round.
Rossi's got 2 bites. This spike is right out in the open. Playing this one out patiently, waiting for the poison to come back up the swing on the corner. Ego is able to find one, but it takes him, costs him so much HP, down to 8 as the bite comes in. That is the double dump there. No more remaining for Rossi as he jumps back around the other side. If they can clear X-Curate, he's the lowest player. 43 HP remaining as they get themselves onto the spike, holding it up to half, and the headshot comes in. And the round, it just slips right out from T1's grasp.
It's just great patient play here. Egoist able to find a really nice opener, keep himself alive to give Scary the opportunity to do a little bit of body blocking plus angle holding for him. And Scary, once again, just unbelievable what this guy is capable of. Fitting right into this tier 1 scene again.
That's a 3v5 turnaround there from Bleed. Absolutely monstrous. And I mean, I understand it from Rossi. You're wary about them being able to push up. You don't have any flank pressure remaining anymore, so you want to stop them, dissuade them from pushing into A main.
Yep.
Trying to take that fight. Lets the bite go, but then those plant utils all but gone. Now Bleed looking to see if they can end this with a 15-13 scoreline.
Going for a Halls push of their own. Just saw this from T1 a few rounds ago.
Door preemptively opened, though, by Carpe. Seems like they might be anticipating this somewhat as the relay bolts go flying. The slide in, Carpe gets a headshot, but he's only going to be able to find the one. Extra in the meantime, taking down Scary, taking down Crazy Guy once again, putting T1 up into a position where they have the advantage. The flash catches everyone. Extra gets 3, and T1 get 14 rounds.
I mean, we've seen a couple beautiful flashes from Izu here in overtime. One paired with the fake out earlier. And this time again, great timing, X-Curate, great senses. I'm curious if this was his Cove that was set up or it was the other side. I believe it was Bleed's Cove. And that kind of actually gave them a little bit of time to prepare for this hit. The door was open and they were ready for it.
Yeah, X-Curate still had his.
Yeah, Bleed took the challenge.
Right here.
And tried to use that Cove to give themselves an entry, and Carpe just parked himself right outside.
Okay, the dart to potentially try to fake the attack here onto A, but Ye, he's posted up on B with an operator. It's just going to be the full send, rotate over here, but they need to be wary of this. He's already run it once in this overtime, so they should have a very strong idea that he could be piloting it again on this defensive side.
Trying to show a different look. Toxic screen already set up over on A to try to keep a little bit more attention over there.
So far it's working decently, but now with that drone coming through, the dash in as well, that's going to be the full tell. Yang for an angle, bite, forcing him out of position. And remember, he is last cannon. Darian, however, covering fire, managing to find Izu, but Player gets on top, finds one. Is he going to no-scope him? Yes, he is! Ye finds the kill, but Rossi quick to reply. Shuts him down, brings it back into a 3v3 as the reveal ping goes across. They're trying to flush Crazy Guy out. They take him down to 70%. They clear out onto the drone. Rossi going to be taken down. Scary, able to find the kill. Excurate lurking forward, hoping, praying that they fall within his reach. But now Carpe's down, and that's a spike on the floor. The dog, it does not check behind. The swing in, finds one. Still so much work to be done, he can't make it happen. Bleed once again, going blow for blow, regain a lead.
And the fact that they're able to get those early trades with Darian and with the no-scope from Ye makes it so much more difficult. Carpe opts to go for the operator, and then the drone comes out, and it's kind of unfortunate timing. Reveals his position. Eventually, a shock dart plus the shot from Scary is going to clean him out. Carpe trying to go up and over. Scary just perfectly poised and ready for it. And it's just back and forth we go. Can Bleed close this one out now?
Just trading off who gets the operator. Sio once again bringing this one through. He with the Vandal in the full armor. There's a tap on the orb for now taken. I mean, the Darian try to get that Reckoning online, and it could be a monstrous piece of util if they can get that ult ready to go for a post plan.
They're really delayed and rotating here as T1.
Oh, that relay bolt, I think it might have caught on to multiple, and that's going to be Izu taken out. Big kill found, shock darts flying forward, gets just a little bit of damage there. Ye down to 76, but Execute with the headshot will be able to finish him off. Now setting up his own wall. High Tides come pushing forward. Chaotic obfuscation across the board here. Execute moving forward, gets a tap onto the spike. Player wanting to take a forward position, but has to wait for the wall to time out. Now sends out a shot, narrowly missing. Just spraying and praying, hoping he can find something. Push it, Darian gonna be able to find one, but now Rossi arriving from behind. Shuts him down, and we keep on going.
I mean, this is a great recovery here for T1. I thought they were gonna be a little bit.
It's okay, it's held a half.
Yeah, we're good. I thought he was going to be a little bit. They were going to be a little bit late to the punch because you had so much of this leading utility coming out. You had the Trailblazer and the drone, and that should be a pretty dead giveaway. That's like 99% going to be the site that's executed on. But they had to hold their positions, looking for the lurks. Next period again, so good on this A site, shutting things down. Rossi with a well-timed flank hits him in the back, and that's going to get T1 right back to even Stevens.
15-15. I mean, I said it before we had the last break. Why not shatter the record for longest overtime?
I was gonna get really mad at you if they. I was like, you cursed us. You did it. I mean, in a good way, because I mean, this is a great match.
That may be. Time will tell. I don't even remember what the record is. So
I don't know either.
It's
anymore.
20-something to 20-something. Saya inching. Darian on the opposite side here. Vandal in hand. Needs to get around the other side. Scary as well. Watching.
They're really leaving B site completely open here. Just really sensing that this A site is going to be where this hit's going to come through.
This is a fairly hefty gamble. Yeah. The arm seen. Saya player finding the kill. And looks like he's more than happy just to take that and dip. Drone in the meantime from Carpe trying to scout out the remaining players, but he won't be able to catch them at back
here.
pyramid.
Standing ahead.
He sends out the recon dart, and that can reveal all. They start working their way forward. The fake out there. Scary had been pinged. The side player now gets himself tucked just below the stairs. Here's one up above, jumps up, finds the kill. Looks for the reposition. Execute as well, pushing up alongside the wall. Scary flashes, dropping, turns to the side. Darian able to find one with side player, finds himself 3.
Seconds left.
Second kill now coming through. Spike still dropped quite far away. They need to grab this and bring it forward. But there's still an opportunity for Egoist and Darian.
Enemy remaining.
Maybe turn this, but no. Now Saya player on for a second ace in this series. Not his second, I should say, but the second. But they need to get the plant. It's going to happen to be sight. But never mind. Izu will finally find him, takes him down. Spike was in position with time remaining. T1 continuing to answer back.
I mean, Saya just so methodical here at the beginning of the round to find the opening pick. We're able to clear so much space. Again, using this Yoru utility really nicely to buy a little extra time for Saya. This is just a great shot right here. Great recognition. Crazy guy giving away his position with the firing of the gun, and then Saya just pops up and over, and then they're able to create these high-low angles.
I mean, if Saya dies there, that's where everything could fall apart. But T1, they finally won the attacker side round that had been eluding them this entire overtime. Both teams struggling in that regard, so if the trend continues, then T1 very well may just be able to close things out here. He's execute. I'm not sure if he got around the corner. The pings are coming down. They did identify him. Drone couldn't get the tag. The rush forward, the spray coming in. Yay, trying to flush them out of this spot. Relay bolts. It's a reveal in the one. It's the headshot. Izu going to be taken down. Was not in a safe enough position. As he tries pushing forward, Execute takes down Ye. Found Crazy Guy moments before. Spike is planted, but it's a 4v3 for the retake. Full flash into his face, and Ego is quick to find the headshot. Evening the scoreline here now. 3v3 as far as players are concerned. Drone pushing forward. It doesn't see him. They try to spray him out a little bit, then Carpe challenges through the wall, takes him out. Dominance established once again here from the side of T1, trying to dissuade the push out on the corner, tapping onto the spike. In the meantime, though, Scary lurking in from mid, but now has everything to do in a 1v3. Time not on their side, looking for the half hold, but he doesn't have it. That's it, the time is over, Bleed. They'll tie it up again. They just didn't have the HP to survive.
He's just brilliant. He's just brilliant time and time again in these post plants. He knows so well how to time his utility, how to make sure that even in bad situations that he can come out ahead. I mean, he's just so thorough. What a wonderful job here by Xcurate at the beginning of the round. Immediately this time, in response to the drone and the leading utility from Bleed, he throws out a high tide and gives T1 a really good shot in this round, but it doesn't matter because Scary's just too damn good.
It's just another very narrow loss here. 4-2-1 is Darren trying to get aggressive. Gets tagged up a little bit, but could be worse for wear. Shorty in hand. The first one that we've seen is a double pump out. Mentioned to find one kill, put some damage down onto the other player, but Execute and Sion player answering back. And with 3v3. Everybody remaining in the lobby right now at full HP. Up in Ye's hands, the TP moving out onto his left side. If Izu takes that, see if Ye is going to be able to reply in time. He's inching forward. The gun barrel, thought it was showing. I thought maybe they had identified it, but Izu is able to find him now, and TP's out. Taking his spot, Saya swinging out from back sight, takes out Crazy Guy. Scary going for the challenge, but Saya's got the dash. Takes that tail one down. Checking behind him. Not knowing necessarily fully where Izu had gone, but now has a pretty good idea of it, but he also knows that Saya player is going to be swinging in from behind him. Jump up over the top, Scary. Surely he cannot do it again. The fake out, the flash, not connecting the jiggle peek for the time. It's run out. He's trying to drag it across as Izu is just toying with him. And T1 will once again move up to map point.
I mean, there's only so many times you can dip into the Scary well. He is tremendous, but
it's a finite resource.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's doing everything he can. I mean, a great position here by T1 in their post plant with that TP. I mean, yes, Ye does find one off the spot, but now Scary has no idea where Izu went, so he has to take a little bit of extra time to figure it out. And that was plenty for T1 to get over the line in that round. Saya still going to be hanging on to that op. Back on the defender side this time, though.
He's looking to play this very aggressively with basically nothing to back him up. Drone, he gets the shot. Saya trying to dash out, covering five from Execute. He comes up with two. They want to finish this map right here, right now, and suddenly it's all on Crazy Guy and Scary. Now just Scary. And surely another 1v5 ace is too much to ask. Jiggle peeking, not snappy enough to get the shot. Saya player trying to line him up. He breaks line of sight just fast enough. Looking for the catch on Arase, and he cannot make it happen. T1 after so very long.
We can't wait to see what happens.
Now I am really excited going to this second map. We started with a breezy Bermuda Triangle, and we're gonna go to India's mountains in Lotus, over to our casters, Paper Thin and Achilleos.
Thank you very much, guys, at the desk for breaking down all of the action from a very elongated map 1. But here we are on Lotus, T1's map pick, a map that they have looked good on in the past, as well as over at the AVL. And we don't quite get that big matchup that we were hoping for in Yay versus Xcurate on the Chamber, but we at least get half of it.
We do. We get the Xcurate Chamber, which was certainly a sight to behold at the AVL. So very exciting to see that again. Some changes here, though. Carpe on the fade. With the sky changes, maybe feeling like that's a little bit more comfortable for them. Quick TP out of there for Xcurate. Has to dodge the paint shells.
Getting away from that one, but I mean, worth noting it. We were checking as soon as we had seen the agent select. And as you discovered, Yay, I mean, 2 career firsts for him here today.
Correct. It was the first time on Neon, the first time on Sky as well in an official match for Yay. So really, again, something we were talking about earlier, Achilleos, is how we're really impressed with the way that Yay is like working with this team, playing selflessly, fitting in where he needs to. Ego is back on his natural role of controller on that Killjoy. And of course, Izu as well, switching off the Astra to the Omen for this match for T1. So some different looks from both sides.
Flash out to try to catch somebody pushing forward here into the B site. A moment away from actually being able to snatch them up. The pullback comes in from T1. Looks like Saya looking to maybe apply some pressure over here at C, or at least scout things out here. Rossi's just been steadily inching forward over towards the A site.
And not a lot of utility in the hands of Bleed left.
It feels like they're going to wait this out, let Carpe, yeah, he clears out that turret, forces smoke rather out of Scary. Currently doesn't have any available, needs to wait for the regen, but as the shot goes his way and the orb comes down, that should tell Bleed all that they need to know. So they start their rotations over towards the A site.
But she's still got a little bit of extra utility in the back pocket here.
Not quite caught as he was sliding down Darren, able to find that kill, and White not going to be deep enough to actually catch him. So now it's just going to be chilling out at drop.
Well, there goes all that util.
Corner peeking, not wide enough to spot Carpe here. Now joined by Crazy Guy, who's going to take the first fight. The first bullet to the face. Taken down, Paranoia now crashing across, managing to get that blind out on the 2 as Saya player plays up into the poison orb, and Carpe is just going absolutely crazy! The man comes up with a 4K, still standing at the end of it all. And that's going to be the first pistol round win here for T1.
And this is something that Carpe does so well with pistols, is click on heads. And I know that sounds kind of basic to say, but he's really good at it. I mean, think of all the times we've seen him with a Guardian or a Sheriff, in this case a Ghost, and he's just popping people. I mean, he's so steady-handed. And he's just such a pleasure to watch in some of those rounds where he can just absolutely take over. And not speaking of Guardians, there he goes. He swaps into one.
Yeah.
Xcurate going for the Vandal.
Shock fault line, everything just chucked out here. As Xcurate pushing up, finding one. Managing to get the second down, able to get off that orb and get out of sight. Carpe now pushing forward. Does he anticipate? Work here from Ye behind the box. Oh, the answer's going to be yes. Sends out the C's, looks for the spray, trying to take him down. Has the decay there, but runs out of bullets, has to back away. Jump up over the helmet box, and Ye will be able to find Xcurate, taking him out with the classic. That's relatively all that he's going to be able to get. Carpe does get tagged down to 39. With the wraparound here, Ego is coming in from behind. Maybe they can get the jump, but okay, yeah, it does get spotted. Paranoia hit, tries to swing out. They tuck in behind rubble. Door now tapped. Scary, taking a bit of damage, answering some back, still managing to stay alive. They're going to try to flush him out, and they will be able to do so right as Egoist also dies off screen. T1 losing out on a couple players, taking a bit of damage, but they close out the anti-eco.
I mean, it's just really impressive that Ye is able to find that kill there. He's really just dead to rights behind that box, excuse me, but
the backs.
The bastard. We've been here for a little while.
That's the most succinct thing you could say to explain anything that happens for the rest of the evening.
That's true. I'm gonna dip in. I'm gonna be dipping in that well. No, like really, it's good movement. He's just really cagey with it. Yes, beautiful. Let's go.
Round 3 operator here from Xcurate. Jump peek onto the corner. I mean, they want to keep this hidden as long as they can. So just going to be using those rifles to clear out KJ turret. Quick dip back, avoiding that fault line as the smoke is going to be coming down.
And you can see they were making sure that if anybody pushed through mid, that they had reinforcements there. Make sure it was covered. Now a shift back over towards the C site. All that KJ util Gonna be in the way. Turret there, playing off the contact of that to pop the nanos and the other things, but Saya's gonna use this opportunity to sneak in a door, but you got a couple members ready to go. That breach util too.
Yep. Yay. Catching a glimpse, but catching a connection there. Bob trying to see if there's going to be an alarm bottle around the corner. Another smoke going to be coming through. T1's doing a very good job of just cycling these out of Scary. These paint shells will clear all of the utility. Still going to see that nano tucked into the backside there. Actually, both nanos used for that water side of the C site. Once again, working their way over, and oh, the bite timing is just absolutely gorgeous. Kill gonna be found. Carpe is like, okay, I don't need the veil. Gives up on the opportunity to pick it up after missing it the first time. Yay now trying to take that first fight. Spots it, but Izu somehow pivots and gets the headshot. The Guardian taking him down, and Izu claims another. 10 seconds remaining. Spike being planted, but 5 members strong, and Bleed have to scatter to the hills.
This is just so well handled. I mean, T1.
It's clinical.
Yeah, they read the positioning of Darion so well. Clean him out, and then Izu just rolls into the site with the Guardian and just runs him over. And you have to, it Bleed's already leaning back towards this site to help Darion after that toxic screen and the poison cloud come up with the amount of time that was left on the clock. It wasn't a lot. They knew that this was pretty likely to be an A, potentially go through baby door towards B, but could shift over in that direction.
Carpe's on the hunt. On the corner. Oh, puts the gun away right as he rounds the corner. Seems like he didn't expect him to be over here at all in the connector. They know where one's at, so yeah, they go jumping forward. And, oh, down very low on HP. Weapon picked up. Scary wants this kill, and he will be able to find it. So a 3K built up for him in the round, but still some smiles there from the side of T1 as they continue to rack up the wins.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm pretty sure I said this earlier. That T1...
Who knows?
That T1 won 75% of their Lotuses in all of VCT, including internationals, including here in Pacific, in official VCT matches on Lotus. So they're really, the scary part is, and I'm not talking about that the guy on the game, I'm talking about, you know, the feeling, is that they're better on the defender side.
Oh boy. Okay, the jump across, side player gonna be stunned up as that full line comes out, but now Nightfall unleashed and Scary taken down. Two swung out here over at the stairs, and Darion with that Sheriff will be able to put one down. Rotates around up towards drop. Gets himself situated on the site. Baby door broken open. Carpe wary about a push out here. Given the weaponry, I mean, it would just be suicide from Crazy Guy to move out. Stinger at that range.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for him if he does that.
Especially versus this.
And I think here as T1, you'd like to keep them at arm's length, right? Like, you know on this eco, they're going to be going for some of those close-range weapons. And you'd rather, I'd be totally fine with a pivot towards C here. Just get out, try a different area, and they'd be right to do so. They seem to have a pretty good read on this, at least looking for lurks as well. You know, you have to expect that someone is maybe going to be going for that backstab to maybe at least claim a gun or something out of the hands of T1.
30
but
seconds
the
left.
economy's so good for them already, Achilleos. Like, they've already got an Odin, they've already got an Op. I mean, this is really clean.
Yeah, kill found. Egoist now starting to think that this is going to end up being the C site, but as the turret gets cleared, he'll realize that he was a little bit closer to the action than he might have originally anticipated. Corner plant coming down, bite to prevent the push out.
Spike planted.
T1 will be able to get away with that plant scot-free. As Rossi, Enzo's not here. He can't hurt you with the Odin. You don't need to be running this.
I mean, this is just so tricky. I mean, you're just hoping to snag a couple big guns, maybe if you're really lucky.
One of the biggest issues is that with the Odin around the corner, this is one of the last guys you want to be funneling ult charge to. That pit, I mean, we know how powerful it can be in a post-plant setup. So it will just stay put. Get ready to go down to the spike, especially after that warning fire coming through. T1 will make their exit as they pick up yet another round win.
And what I'm really liking about the way that T1 has been approaching this, especially Rossi, I mean, I'm really impressed with the way he's using his util. We saw it earlier to clear Darion. This time around, he's using the snake bites to buy time for Carpe to clear that turret. So Carpe should probably only have to worry about one other angle, and that's towards Baby Door. And so it's really good, like, methodical stuff here, making sure that all their bases are covered. And even better, coming into this round, now you're one away from a showstopper for Saya players, so you can put that op into the hands of Xcurate. And this is like what's so cool about this comp that T1 runs with their players. They're really playing into the strength of the individuals on this team. And you can funnel things around. You can switch who's opping based on where your ult cycles are and things like that. So
sure.
I love the way that they maneuver this map. But now you've got the big boy guns in the hands of Bleed as well.
Yeah, crazy guy there with that open. And Saya just going to get sprayed down, put it into good use. Carpe trying to creep forward. Spray continuing. It's Ye. Won't be able to find him. It's going to be Spike Trump. They're just trying to push up into the smoke. Ends up getting taken down. TP into the corner. Crazy guy deciding to back away from that angle. Made down low on HP, but now it's just Xcurate and Izu. Last one standing. Xcurate honed in on this position. Smoke comes in, trying to creep up. Trying to play this quietly. Hold on the plant, the aftershock, and it will interrupt that. He actually could have stayed for it. Doesn't, decides to pull off. Now goes for the plant once more. There he is in heaven. Xcurate puts some good damage down, but cannot get the kill. And it's a quick little pivot there from Ye around the corner to take out Izu. So first round victory coming through here from the side of Bleed. And honestly, a little bit surprised that we hadn't seen a timeout called prior to this round, but they managed to get it done on their own terms.
Yeah, a lot of trust in Crazy Guy in his ability to IGL for this squad. So it's just a good scrappy fight, and they put that Odin to great use. Crazy Guy, the IGL, gonna be the one in hand with it. He gets some big kills. Yay, right there to play off of him. Let's see if Bleed can stabilize a little bit here. Still plenty of money in the bank for T1 to go deep into this buy. Once again, still the showstopper, even though Saya died early. Rolling Thunder, though, Seekers in the back pocket. And you never know what's scary in his ult can happen, but it's gonna be tricky now as Darion, an operator, going to be watching towards Mound. No contest. So everybody, including the Killjoy util, going to be over towards the A site. T1 use this toxic screen. Try to clear a little bit of extra space. Might have cleared one of the nano swarms.
On the opposite side of the wall. Saya, showstopper at the ready. Just right now, though, the birth of ultimates that are available on the side of Bleed is going to be quite worrisome here for T1. Smoke dissipates, but no one willing to peek out. Trailblazer will go through, and that could be somewhat problematic and will get cleared out. So Izu's position still going to remain a secret.
Now going to be leaning in towards the B site. Showstopper on the other side, opening the door to try to buy a little bit of time and a little bit of a fake here towards A.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be sending it, has everybody crowd back, but this kind of forces them in towards the middle of the map. So as the strike gets ready to come through, they're actually not in a bad position at all here, are Bleed. Shot not connecting, Xcurate ends up getting taken down. Egoist with a nice spray control, managing to find the kill, and now it's going to have to be a pivot back over towards this A site with barely any time remaining.
10 seconds left.
It's over towards the right, Ye trying to spray out the box. Carpe setting the haunt up over the top, catches one. Ye going to be taken down. Tap onto the door, manages to escape, but he doesn't know Egoist's position. Rossi certainly does. Takes him down, now a 3v3. Op still in the hands here of Darion. One away from his own showstopper. If he can find the opening kill, that could be what breaks things open as he goes bouncing down. Izu collects, scoops up the Odin, and put it right back down. T1. Looked like that was completely spiraling out of control for them, but they managed to find stability.
I'm seeing some interesting things out of T1. They like to absorb utility sometimes with these ops. You know that a flash or something is coming, but they're still going to challenge that angle. That Rolling Thunder comes through. Now Xcurate able to dodge it, but he's still willing to challenge the repush out. They ride the Rolling Thunder out, immediately pivot back towards A. Izu there quick with the TP to get over, get the plant down with little time remaining. And then they just set up some really good positions to just shut down Bleed and any hope they have of that retake. So they're really on point, kind of understanding the movement that Bleed is trying to get away with. And gonna reiterate this, but you have to imagine that every round that slips away from Bleed here on this defender side is scarier and scarier because T1 generally on this map so good on the defender side.
Sure. I mean, we've seen it, and we continue to echo it all the time here in Pacific. Lotus is a defender-sided map. When you play it here in Asia, at least it has been, obviously, with the recent changes, that could very well change during this season. Time will tell in that regard, but this is a very strong start for the side of T1. And I mean, we're seeing a complete inversion of what happened on map 1. That was Bleed at 5-1 in the lead. The timeout gets called going into round 7. T1 start to rally back. They managed to make it a 6-6 half. Can Bleed do the same? They still have 2 ultimates coming into this round. Egoist, though, not being able to pick up nearly as many kills off the rip here, is still lagging behind when it comes down to getting that lockdown.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And only 1 away from a pit is Rossi. So more problems, potentially. You have the rocket from Darion, but already still able to keep the big guns in hand. Excurate on that op once again. This time going to be watching over the mound. And it is just Egoist over here. You do have a little bit of backup from Crazy Guy with the breach util. They're a little bit more focused towards B, but with this heavy push out towards the front of A, should be decent information for Bleed. See how they want to play off of it.
All right, well, turret. Nano going to be cleared. Alarm bot still set up inside B. EA currently positioned there in the dip. Let's see if anybody's actually working their way through that door. Seems like it might be a drift back over towards A. Carpe and Rossi moving in that direction where they end up moving forward. I mean, paranoia from Scary into a showstopper from Darian could end up being catastrophic here for T1.
They're just waiting. I think you're exactly right, Achilles. They're just waiting for kind of a trade here. Take contact from Scary in whatever form that is, and then
he's
let
on top of the box. He's got a really easy blast pack setup. Trout going, showstopper, sends in, but they managed to pull back. Damage going to be found, it looks like. They widely managed to get away scot-free. Pink's now coming down. They want a full send it here onto the C site.
Beautiful bite from Rossi.
Smoke's dropped in. Nano going to be popped. Fault line slows them up, and again, T1 running low on time. They have to be able to get this spike planted.
10 seconds left.
The back of water. Plant now coming down. Izu gets himself into a forward position, tucked up into the corner. Side player just answering back with a little bit of spray, and now the pin gets invested. Push forward, Izu making that first contact, tries to TP out, gets himself up inside the pit. Eventually will be flushed though. Scary spraying away, managing to find the kill as Carpe tries to lurk forward. Shorty in hand. Take down any of these low decayed members on the side of Bleed. For now they're skirting around the side of it though. Excurate not ready for the double swing to come through off the backside of Darian going down. They give themselves a chance. Carpe, however, bouncing out, comes up with 2. The swap to the Shorty, the push in. And Rossi says, I've got a Shorty of my own. Takes him down. Smiles abound here on the side of T1 as they make it 6-1.
Yeah, and I mean, T1 so quick to help each other out. Carpe, some great decision making there to drop down and catch Bleed just a little bit off guard. Izu snappy with the headshot on the Crazy Guy as he tried to push that corner.
Great maneuvering too.
Yeah.
Eventually just gets sprayed down, but I like it.
I mean, he was really making it harder though. And giving extra information on the positioning of, the multiple guns. The 2 or 3 are spraying through there. Makes it a little bit easier.
Play, let's play.
Watch them, and there it is, the tour de force from Excurate. Gonna be popped. But no double ops. Weren't able to keep it from the previous round. Just the Odin and Vandals.
And they had to get invested, but actually Ego is holding on to the Nano Swarms this time around. So the alarm bot will get cleared out.
And they're doing a really good job as T1 of burning out a lot of the utility early for Bleed. Like every time I look on these retakes, there just isn't a lot left.
Yeah, I mean, it's once again Scary. No smokes. Has to wait for that one to come back up. Full utility is still there for Crazy Guy. Scary, as I say, that does gain another one. Trailblazer goes in, does get the stun. Scary trying to throw the paranoia. Crazy Guy, sheriff in hand, takes out Izu. Smoke's now gone as Haunt up over the top. No reveal going to be found here onto Egoist, but he has to backpedal. He can find a kill. Getting that lockdown. Just one charge away from having it available. It looks like Rossi is going to take the opening fight, pushing forward alongside Saya player. 3 players around the corner. Things could get dicey. This could be a weapon given up unless they can connect the spray, and they do.
One enemy remaining.
Watching Waterfall takes out Crazy Guy. And that's just going to be scary now. That Vandal held on to as he creeps his way back.
Just, you know, you can see the confidence they have, knowing it is an eco, of course, but still, the backup is there from Rossi immediately to help Saya player out. I know they've got a couple players over there. They just want to smother them with gunfire. No problem. And again, it's everybody's really kind of on the same page with T1. I mean, especially on this map, but throughout most of the day, they've done a pretty good job of really playing off of each other. Good util. Scary maybe got one?
He did. He did. He took down Carpe. So, a little consolation prize in the back end. I mean, look, a really nice turn on the flash, but ultimately it's an Odin, so, you know, the spray down doesn't mean it's not that impressive.
No, it's not hard.
He held him on.
Here.
I mean, what it has been impressive is just the strength right now of T1. And the quick pivots and somehow just managing to pull gold out of just absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And this just continues to compound Bleed's problems where you're able to keep these power weapons available for T1 right back into the op as X-Curate after his ult against the Eco. Really good time to have that ult in cycle. So you could save a little bit of extra cash. Really give yourself a good opportunity to go pretty deep into this one without having to worry about an Eco round even potentially. I mean, obviously they're playing really well, but you know, let's say Bleed is able to string a couple rounds together. Carpe though, Nightfall, Egoist sitting on a lockdown, waiting to maybe play back and use it for a retake potentially, but they're playing so close.
Face your
That flash tells him there's quite a few people in here, and Egoist needs to get the hell out of there. He's actually going to be able to take Saya player down with him. Now can play back. Lockdown set up. Oh, that alley side's not the greatest, but still can disrupt T1's defenses. Especially stop this guy from playing forward into the site. As Izu on the lurk. Lurking, waiting, finds them both. And that's as the lockdown gets invested. The comms just can't come through fast enough, and now they need to make this one work. Kills coming in, flash in, X-Grid turning away, spots one, says hello, takes a TP out, and he's not ready for it! They just have no idea! Just gets the backstab onto Ye, completely unsuspecting.
Just deeps in the night, Achilleos.
It just, the onslaught continues.
It's just unbelievable the way that they're working this map. I mean, Izu, brilliant patience. Once again, saw it a little bit on Breeze on the Yoru, where he's able to really kind of take his time, those dimensional drifts, and here just his positioning. And then X-Curate with the unexpected TP there, not able to be mentally accounted for by Bleed, and he may be going to another timeout.
We are. The Bleed now burning their second timeout. No more for the rest of this game. They find themselves down 1-8. This is a desperate but necessary gamble being rolled right now here by the coaching staff. Deciding to intervene, but after this, you're just casting them off and hoping for the best.
No doubt. But it's definitely a team, a lot of experience here. Yes, they had to qualify through Ascension, but these guys have been around the block quite a few times.
I mean, of course.
And that's like, I'm not even just talking about Ye, like literally winning international events. Scary, right. I mean, Darion, these guys have been around for a little. Egoist has been playing for forever for SMG and X10. I mean, these guys, Egoist, and they're just really, really talented top to bottom. We saw it on Breeze, but this is T1's map. This is where they want to hang.
Yeah.
And,
it's like this in, assuming that it's similar to the previous season, Bind.
Bind, yep.
Two of the ones where you really don't want to face off against these guys. As they get out early, cross towards Mount, so X-Curate unable to find the pick. Still, two players looking forward. Now they have to backpedal over here on this A side. One going to be noted. TP across, but they just read it. He doesn't go deep enough. Scary gets caught. The blind spray, good enough to come up with a kill. Izu down to a sliver. 3 HP remaining here for the Yeoman. Just likely going to sit back. Wait for the smokes to come back up as the rest of his team try to clear the way. But Crazy Guy says no. Holds the line, comes up with 2 kills. Carpe side player both going to be taken out. Izu, however, even with 3 HP, comes up with 2 kills of his own.
Unreal.
And it just feels like every single time Bleed get themselves into an advantageous position. You know, 1 step forward and then 5 steps back.
Somebody on T1 just digs him out. I mean, Excurate clean with the op, finds the final 2 kills. It's just, it's so impressive, the confidence that T1 can roll with. I mean, obviously when you're up by this much, you're kind of allowed to take those extra...
Play loose.
Exactly. Yeah. And Izu there does do it, and he gets away with it. But when you have that advantage, when you can try to, you know, push stuff that maybe your opponent isn't necessarily expecting, because you know you've done a damage to him, you've put him on the back foot, and you expect them to maybe try to rotate back off of this. They've taken so much contact. They just lost 2 players on A site. T1 says, nope, we're just going to keep the pedal to the metal.
Last back forward, Darren again, looking to take some early space, but yeah, I mean, the spray is finding a good amount of value here. The smoke goes down. Yeah, you're going to be able to find 1, but he and Darian both now taken out. Pressure on Crazy Guy, Rolling Thunder crashing across, and I think it maybe hit just 2 players here. Or rather, only Carpe, I believe.
But a beautiful response from Carpe with his utility to make sure they don't really have any ability to play off of that Rolling Thunder. I think Crazy Guy probably wishes he could have that one back. Felt a little bit panicked.
Look at Scary. He's not going on this rotation quite just yet. Seems like they haven't fully identified that all 3 players are on this side of the map, but now that the spike gets planted, that time starts ticking. He's got to join in, but this is going to be late, and you can see Crazy Guy already starting to inch forward, gets himself down onto the site.
Right there.
It's going to be costly. As Egoist, the first to fall. Now they know there's 1 in, the TP to the side. Excurate playing evasively, and Carpe finding 1. Sends it down. I mean, you can see, he's expecting him to be on the site. Scary just now arriving. He misses his head for a brief little moment. Scary finally able to lock in. This is Arrival once again. Spell disaster. It's a push up, and it does. Scary has somehow, some way, might not be there when the team quite needed him, but he still is able to finish things out to get Bleed their 2nd round win.
And there's some really interesting things that Bleed tries at the beginning of this round. Like, Darion steps ahead of where the Snakebite falls by the ruins over there, and by the rubble, excuse me, and he just gets shut down immediately. Like, he thinks about the Boombot, pulls it back and says, I'm going to try to trick him a little bit as they're trying to cut back behind their toxic screen, see if I can, catch him sleeping a little bit. But T1 reacts to it really nicely, and I mean, somehow, some way, Scary finds a way to get this done. But I mean,
There.
I guess you can tell his lateness threw them for a loop.
Yeah.
They expected, oh, he's going to be in the site already. And that's fine. He gets the round win, but the biggest issue is just how much damage continues to be dealt. And now we go into the final round. Widely, they do still have that full purchase coming in. A couple half armors chucked in there, though.
Darion with an op. Seekers,
Bring them down.
but the showstopper for Saya. So really powerful execute utility available for T1 to get the job done. Now, a lot of space taken here towards Mound as they shift back. Smoke has to come down. Bleed gonna back off a little bit, reset, try to play more of a default type position. Next Curate. So wonderful with this operator, so crisp. Been so vocal today on stage. Really helping keep T1 mentally in it during that breeze.
Seeker's going to be let loose. We'll soon see them starting to drift over here towards the C side. Showstopper up over the top side player, however, getting spammed down. He was able to find the kill, and that keeps Scary alive. He finds himself a 2nd elimination.
30 seconds left.
And that is Rossi not being able to get away. The spike now going to be stranded. There's no reason to not play for it, but there's only 24 seconds remaining. Last round of the half, Bleed. Looks like they are very well poised to get themselves up to 3, especially as Izu will fall. Off shot from Excurate, finding nothing. The flash not connecting, but nor all the off shots, and he is being surrounded. A flawless round to end out what was a very rocky half here. 3-9, Bleed still keeping themselves alive.
Control in the beginning is you lost the bonus, and the money just started flowing into T1's head. And they cut funds enough that they could get a round 3 op over to Excurate. And certainly they'll take advantage of that again if they win this pistol.
Excurate in the forward position out here. Stun goes across, tries to get a sight out of the sky, but shot was well enough off. But look at the read here. Overall from T1. Trailblazer spotting nothing as they have the 4-man stack set up. Crazy guy put the K onto him, just hitting even more damage. Now knocked down to 14. Flash comes in to try to dissuade any counter push out. The heals have to be utilized here from Ye to keep everybody up. We'll be able to push him back to full.
Right there.
But overall, it seems like T1 with a very good idea of how Bleed was going to open this attacking side.
Yeah, still have the paranoia or scary. Try to buy yourself the ability to get onto a site.
Placing swarm grenade.
bit of
Swarm
extra-
grenade out.
Yeah, or rather the Nanoswarm just to take out that trademark.
Yep.
Try to add to the confusion here, the ambiguity.
Look at this, Ye, completely unfettered, coming over towards the A site. There's no one else here. Right now, for T1, they are completely shifted over to the western side of the map, so free area, fault line used to clear, and
He's taking a very forward position. Looks like he will just pull back away from stairs. Just wanted to check forward
30
and towards that
seconds
smoke,
left.
see if there was anybody there immediately. Saya player will be the first to respond. And depending on how this timing goes, he might end up getting caught, because right now, Egoist pushing his way out. Smoke comes down.
There.
Saya's still just hovering,
Spike
still waiting for
planted.
his teammates to go for this rotation. But look at the lurk now from Scary. Outside C. Should have heard them cutting through across connector. Can he find the timing to get that impact once more? Waiting to hear any kind of tap on the spike. The aftershock at the ready. Rossi waiting to try to push the door. Clear on the turret, the push forward, the headshot coming in. Ego is good for 2. Excurate able to find 1, but the push up, the right clicks come in, and Ye finds himself a kill. Paranoia crashing across, Excurate down to 24 HP. Swings in, sees Ye's shoulder for just a brief little moment. Tries to get him, manages to get it done. Scary though, swinging on the corner. Taken down by Carpe. It already held at the half, gets the finish on the defuse. And that's gonna be T1 tying up the score line in regards to pistols. 2-2 in the series. And now they move up to 10-round wins.
tremendous patience here from T1. Everybody on the same page, able to stymie this initial hit, set themselves one player ahead. And Excurate, only a couple bullets left in this headhunter, and he puts them to darn good use. Runs out, catches Ye, peeking a little bit, able to find that kill. Yeah, Scary's quick to trade, but Carpe, as we saw earlier, very, very good with those ghosts.
And we see the full Stinger send.
Grenade!
Monstrous investment here from the side of Bleed. They absolutely need a win here. Arian goes jumping forward. Trademark still goes out, but they check over towards Baby Dorn. Nobody going to be spotted there. Play now coming in. Util starting to be dumped. The Haunt gets the reveal, and Carpe mows down 2. Gets himself a 3rd. Yay, taken out. Swings out. Darren with the final bullet. Will be able to take him down. Goes for the reload, but Saya player gets on top of him fast enough, and the fuse is being stuck. Crazy guy won't even be involved. Not even a part of the picture here. Managing to find 1 kill in the back end, but Izu will strike him down. Weapon cannot be recovered, and the gamble by, it does not pay off.
Just incredible reactions from Carpe. He's been pivotal in these early rounds.
Long day, long day.
Long day. He's been really pivotal in these early rounds to set the pace for T1, to give them these early leads in the halves. And the Outlaw there floating around in Excurate's hands didn't even need it. Everybody else just getting the job done. Now let's see what they're going to do. Just hang on to the Outlaw, a couple Bulldogs, and a Vandal there for Carpe. Guardians and Bulldogs for Bleed as they went into the Stinger well.
It's the dog check. I don't think it saw him. Ooh. Izu pushing up into the smoke still. A nasty shot. Once again, I mean, a really heavy stack here from T1. Just expecting this aggression over towards C.
Yeah, they're really leaning on that side of the map and letting Excurate kind of play these one and done positions. Smoke coming down very, very early.
Let's see if he's got any angle to work with whatsoever here with the smoke. Just perfectly cutting him off. So nothing spotted, and if they decide to enter in through door, go through tree, not gonna come up with much of anything there, but yeah.
It's not
Wrap
placed
around coming
to look
through
back.
the turret. Yeah, it's not watching in behind. Turn over to the side, and oh, Egoist. He gave up the game, but still a chance for Scary. Finds 1. Carpe now Waiting, Paranoia sent, I don't think it found, no, it did find him! Oh, he's gonna be taken down, Scary, finding that elimination. 25 seconds remaining. Plant now pivoted in towards the B site.
Spike planted.
Fault across is Spirit forced back, forced even lower. 5 HP remaining here on this chamber. It's gonna be Ye staying within the site to try to hold this line.
No paint shells. It's an aftershock for Crazy Guy.
Here.
Right on the corner, the ping coming down. Did they read that it's going to be a double approach, though? Paranoia managing to avoid it. Yay, takes one down with him. Found Rossi, now it's just Izu and Execute, and between the two of them, it's only 53 HP.
Satchel out.
The push forward. Last pack, over that one to arm. The Guardian shot, more than enough to go ahead and find the kill. And in the end, it's going to be Execute making his exit. Just trying to get away, hold on to that Outlaw, but he does not.
Okay.
Actually, might swap the gun. Either way, Bleed picking up another round win.
Yeah, able to really get a nice post plant set up. Yeah, able to find a tough kill there. That is not easy to do. Yay, still able to sneak one away, and that makes things just a little bit easier here. And Scary, you know, Carpe tries to challenge here, knowing that he's hit him with his utility. They're both nearsighted, and he's going to try to gamble on it, but Scary able to just barely get the better of him, and that really helps them get set up for that. That could have been really bad for Bleed. Again, you know, Egoist watching that angle a little bit, but without that turret there to give the early notification, made things a little bit harder for Bleed, as they really had to react well quickly to that. Unfortunately, you got a guy like Scary there.
Yeah. Huge kill. I mean, not getting that second one. Carpe surviving. That could very well change the entire outcome of that round, which would have T1 moving up to match point. So for now, Bleed are hanging in there by a thread in 7 rounds consecutively, just to tie things up. Try and extend this all the way to split for that decider map. See though, enough damage dealt. Outlaw is held on to. Or actually, it's going to be purchased back up, I should say.
And only a Nightfall to speak of for ultimates. A few away from the Seekers is Yay, but for now, T1, no Sheriffs. Keep your eyes on Carpe and Izu. They can do damage with it. And a Guardian and a Bulldog still have to be floated for Bleed. Fast take towards Rubble. It's T1 not going to contest.
Shots going out. Okay, I mean, Rossi able to find one. Carpe picking up another there with that Sheriff, but Crazy Guy. 3 quick kills now. Looking for the ult of his own, and oh man. Carpe not giving, or Cypher not having the opportunity to reply and fire. Puts a lot of pressure here onto Execute. He does have 5 Headhunter bullets. Outlaw picked up again, but surely this is impossible.
Now that doesn't help.
Yeah, long spot revealing. There's one. Looks for the second for a moment.
Ooh.
I thought it was going to happen, but they put him down. Bleed keeping themselves in this one, now up to 5.
Yeah, still economic damage being done to Bleed. And that can make things all the more difficult to get themselves back into a spot where the rounds are rather close. And now finally, T1 is able to get into their full buy with the Operator, with the Odin. Now you have the Rolling Thunder, though, for Crazy Guy. Seekers as well. So a lot of ability to clear space here for Bleed. Trying to push towards C immediately. Rossi shifting over from Waterfall. Izu waiting there, looking for a response off the orb. None coming from T1. Let's see how they want to navigate this. This looks like Rolling Thunder onto the site.
Rolling Thunder into a quick entry, but it's far enough. Gets the push back there briefly onto Izu. They're not going to be found. See Rossi just waiting to try to go for this spray and pray. Oh, spots one. Shots start flying. Darian gets himself out to safety as the plant now getting ready to come through. Darian actually finding Zaya player. Comes up with the kill. Answering. Kill comes back in. Is Carpe able to put him down. Now T1 start inching their way forward here onto the site. Fault line, however, going to be slowing their approach. Flashes at the ready. First one going to be sent. Scary trying to play back here at Water. Swinging back around, and then gets caught as Carpe continues to advance forward, but Crazy Guy and Egoist find one apiece. It's all on Rossi, managing to come up with 2. Juggling back the weapons, the 5 HP. It would have to be a headshot to tap in. Nano, lob, both of them just on the outskirts of them. He stays alive. Ooh, okay. Not sure what happened there. You know?
I think he tried to
Maybe he thought it was going to end a little bit sooner than it did.
toe tap his way closer and kind of, yeah, expected the Nano to not last as long as it did.
Well, it's all good. Little oopsie. I mean, answered back, very good damage. Coming up with the skills in the back end, but Bleed, I mean, 3 rounds consecutively now. That second timeout is still in the back pocket of T1. Question is, how far is Autumn willing to push this before he calls it?
I think it may come after this round. We'll see if Autumn wants to wait a little bit longer or not. Just really good crossfire setup by Bleed on the south end of the site. And Carpe kind of overstepped his bounds. Yeah, he got one. Oh, they remember. Yeah. They remember.
Getting the read on this one now. The jump forward, but actually covering fire there from Rossi. Coming up with the kill. Darren's going to be taken down now. Easy with the Sheriff. Picks up Scary. Lockdown still committed into this one. It goes on the back of these kills. And that's a weapon recovered. Izu picks up the Phantom. The pivot now here into the B site. Down below. Plan coming through. This lockdown now going to expire. Rossi taken out. Crazy guy able to find the 1 kill. Trying to go for the stun. Side player, however, pushes forward, managing to find 1, but Egoist quickly trades it back. But now they're at that man disadvantage, as it's just Egoist and he cannot get it done. Izu with the 3K as a Thrifty comes in.
It's hard to imagine, but T1, you know, it's Bleed recognizing early that Izu had sat up on that box. Previously, they have to use some util to clear it. And they lose a couple players on the entry to just great reactions from T1.
Yeah, I need to see this again here.
They commit the lockdown. They're just expecting the play and the TP right back up.
Yeah, just moving ahead of that smoke, just getting ready for the push out because he knows, okay, they're going to push in. They know that they have him stunned. I have to get covering fire. And then Izu, the stun expires. He manages to get that headshot in. I mean, he's been clean with the Sheriff. Remember that kill he got onto Ye while he was sliding in A-main on Breeze.
Yep.
T1 now find themselves here at match point. Pit invested over at C. Jumping across, the swing outside player takes the challenge, takes down Ye. Rocket going in, doesn't find the kill. Looks like he's got the misread. Thought the Carpe pulled back over towards Baby Door, but instead slid over to the left. Izu, however, will be felled. The pit will drop. C does become a solid option here for Bleed.
And does, okay, Bleed recognizes Carpe's position. They're going to clear it with the Nano. A toxic screen gives Carpe just enough room to peek in
Cover going out.
towards mid.
Has Excurrent realized this position change, though? TP, it looks like he's expecting that maybe it could have been at Rubble, or he wants to try to intercept. Jiggle Peak spotting nothing. The gun barrel, no, doesn't matter. Manages to get a Crazy Guy instead. Egoist trading it back, keeping it in a 2v2. Spike, however, still here in the hands of the Killjoy. Now works his way forward in towards the site, but Carpe could quickly swing in. Waiting on the cross, the shot not going to connect. Misses the opportunity. Now it's 2 players set up on the site here for Bleed.
Carpe still has a few options here in his back pocket.
Yeah.
In terms of util, to maybe clear a little bit of space, get some info.
Haunt and the Prowler both there. 1 snake bite for Rossi. Not really in a position to try to utilize that against Scary, however, but he just pushes up, managing to find 1. Now Scary TPing up here towards Rope. They're holding fort, though. Just sticking to it, covering fire, coming down the double swing, and that's gonna do it. Carpe will get the last kill as the spike defuse comes in, and T1 will close out their opening series over Bleed 2-0.